Hey everybody, thanks for joining me for another shave. So, just gonna get right into it right here. Going with my, oh, there it is, that darn Rob handle with a 26mm Elite Razor white Manchurian, or the Fanchurian because it is in their fan shape. This is a little bit more of a, I want to say like a hybrid shape. It's not quite a flat top fan like the lowborn right here is kind of more of that traditional fan shape. Although the brush is wet, so it may not look exactly the same, but just kind of a comparison right there. So to me it's a little bit more of a hybrid fan, but this is one of my favorite knots. From the get-go, it was just excellent, barely any scritch, really almost no funk to speak of. So yeah, this is just a great knot. Razor today, going with my Max Sprecher 8/8 quarter hollow barber's notch with the blue Paua scales. Just I mean, just look at the depth of color and the iridescence on that. I think Paua and abalone are of the same species, so I'm sure if I said blue abalone it wouldn't be that far off, but yeah, blue Paua, so real cool. And soap. This soap, I have been anticipating its release since I heard about its creation, and just been using it for the past few days. I normally like to change stuff up, but it's been so good and I just really wanted to get a good review on it. So this is the signature scent from the club. The notes are sandalwood, bourbon, and tobacco absolute. I believe Peter uses real Jim Beam bourbon in the scent. I'm not sure if it's only for the splash or if it's also for the soap. And then I believe there's also a little bit of agarwood or oud in here, so just a really nice scent from the soap. I'm gonna get loaded right here. From the soap, I mostly get the sandalwood, and it's not a very earthy, woodsy sandalwood. It's a very rich, sweet sandalwood. To my nose, it's almost a little chocolatey, kind of similar to the Anonymous, but there's definitely the bourbon and tobacco in it. I get more of the bourbon and tobacco in the splash, so the soap is more sandalwood forward for me, and then the splash is a little more balanced. But I don't need a ton of soap right here. This is probably way too much. So I'm gonna wet my face and take the excess off the top. Put it on. But Peter's goal with this new base, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that this is in Peter's new base. So this is the final version of the base that I got to test, the V12. I did not get to test the final V, that was the Amy scent, but I think he said that he's made a few modifications to that as well. But all I can say is he has managed to improve his goat's milk and lanolin base, which is what most of the soaps from Ariana and Evans and the club were in. And that base was phenomenal. It was a top base to me, but I'm just gonna give my brush a dip because I know it'll need water. But yeah, he has managed to improve upon this, or upon that base, sorry. And this soap is just phenomenal. The first time I used this base, I did make the mistake of going in with the brush that was a little too dry, so just be aware of that. You want a slightly damp brush, preferably more on the damp side when you load this, because it is quite thirsty. So I think because of that, and I was also using a 30 millimeter, I was using the Morrison Fanchurian. So because of that, the lather wasn't quite as good. I mean, it was still a great shave, but I didn't quite get the lather that I knew I potentially could out of that. So just something to be aware of. But this stuff can take just a ton of water, which is what I really enjoy. I think it's better to have a soap that can take a wide range of water, so that if you do accidentally overhydrate, you know, you haven't ruined your lather. And it also gives you a lot more leeway with it. Like if you're someone who likes like a drier lather, you can, you know, keep it there, or if you like something in between, you can get it to that. Or if you like a super hydrated lather, a lot of sheen, almost lost some lather right there, not a ton of density to it, then you could also make that. So I think thirsty soaps just have an advantage in that department on being a little more versatile. The only problem with thirsty soaps is if you're not used to them, they can be a little difficult to dial in, and this is the lather that we're gonna go with. Yeah, I personally prefer my soaps thirsty. All my favorite soaps are thirsty soaps for the most part. So, yeah, I mean, you know, that's a whole, your mileage may vary thing. Some people like soaps that are real easy to dial in, like maybe just a little dip of water and boom, you're done. And some people like to, you know, just lather for forever, like me. I'm on 8 minutes now and I'm just starting, so there we go. Oh, and I forgot to mention, this isn't quite 12 hours growth. It's probably getting a little closer to 18 hours. That's how I know I'm pre-hydrated, when the lather starts falling off like that. But yeah, this is about 18 hours of growth. Woke up kind of late yesterday. My cat kept me up all night, and I had to wake up early to take my parents to the airport, so when I finally got to go back to sleep, snoozed my alarm and didn't set another one, so I didn't wake up until Annette woke me up, unfortunately. So yeah, I woke up late, didn't have time for a shave, so shaved when I got back home from work with this soap. And yeah, it was a fantastic shave. It was this exact setup actually, so that's how I kind of knew what I wanted to go with. Yeah, I really enjoy this Elite Razor knot. To me, one of the best knots out there. Nice amount of backbone, nice amount of scrub, but still the soft tips and softness you expect from a good quality Badger. It's got great flow through, doesn't hold on to lather like Fanchurians are known to do. This one is just, yeah, really a top-notch brush. As you can see, even with the water, the residual water from the rinsing that's on my face, soap is having no issues staying nice and thick. So if you're someone who likes a nice dense lather, you'll be happy with that. And if you're someone who likes a lot of slickness, like me, you don't have to worry about that. This soap is plenty slick. That's one of the highlights for me with Ariana and Evan's goat's milk and lanolin base is the slickness, and Peter has managed to improve that. So really top-notch stuff, Pete. Hope you watch this, man. But yeah, just really happy with it. As far as I know, this might actually be the first YouTube video with the soap, so it'd be pretty cool if it was. I tried to look for one, couldn't find any. I could be wrong though, and if I'm not the first, I don't really care too much, but yeah, I love Ariana Evans. I've been a big supporter since the first time I tried any of their stuff, so real happy with this new base, and I know Peter's happy with it, so just wish Peter all the success in the world, because this stuff is phenomenal. Oh, and the price you pay for it. It's gonna be a little bit more pricey without the club membership, but as a club member, for the soap, I paid 14 and some change, I think, which is either pretty much the exact same as his original base, or maybe just, you know, like $1 more. So the value you're getting with the club membership is just really top notch. It really only, you know, benefits you to have it, because if you're someone like me who just buys a ton of A&E stuff, the savings I get from my club membership more than make up for the price of it. And then on top of that, you know, you get all the exclusives, you get stuff like that too, so I get why people are a little apprehensive about paying for, you know, a membership like that. You already have to pay for soap and all that jazz. So I definitely understand why people don't want to do it, and if you choose not to, I'm not gonna fault you for it. But if you're at all interested, and you are a fan of A&E and the club, it is really only to your benefit to get a club membership. So yeah, that's just my 2 cents on that. Gonna get my strap real quick. And my buddy Sean Mason, he tried this out. Said that he really liked it. So yeah, I think it really helps on this last pass to get the edge a little bit smoother. Just overall improve the quality of this last pass. So like I said, if you are a straight razor shaver, give it a try. So it's just 10 laps on your fabric, and then 10 laps on leather. And it helps out a ton. That is so good. Oh, so good I forgot I had coffee to drink. Gonna get a little bit right here. Oh. And for guys who are just starting out straight razor shaving, a big tip that I can give is try to start using your left hand. I was a little apprehensive about it at first. My left hand is it's super uncoordinated. I don't really do much with it. You know, in everyday life, I don't try to like, I definitely favor my dominant hand, but when I made the switch to start shaving with my left hand, my shaves got a lot smoother. They just flowed a little bit better. The angles weren't so hard to get, like right over here for me. This is my trouble spot, and trying to do that, the push with the right hand was just a little bit difficult for me. And of course my video wouldn't be complete without rooster noises. But that's the shave. Just amazing stuff. Peter really hit it out of the park. I mean, I love A&E, so you know, maybe take this review with a little bit with a grain of salt. I really do enjoy A&E's products, so maybe I have a little bit of a bias, but to me, This is definitely a top tier soap, one of the best in my opinion. So maybe, you know, this won't be the best soap to you, best soap ever, but I'd like to think that when I make reviews and when I give suggestions, that at the very least you'll enjoy using the product. But yeah, just it's really great stuff. And then one of the big highlights is this splash, man. Just the packaging. You get this wax seal, gorgeous bottle. I was a little concerned about over pouring splash, but you know, it's really not too bad. And I like to use a lot of splash anyway. Whew, no burn, just super smooth. And the nice thing about the mustache is it keeps some of the scent, so I can smell this all day. Yeah, just awesome scent. I love the performance of A&E. Peter has some great splashes. For me, and this is just completely 100% personal, I do like menthol in my splashes, but I won't not get a splash because it doesn't have menthol. If I hope I worded that correctly. Like, if the splash doesn't have menthol, it doesn't keep me from buying it. But I do understand that if a splash does have menthol, people who don't like menthol won't buy that splash. So it is the safer road to go with no menthol, because then you appeal to a wider base of people. So completely understand. And also maybe menthol doesn't work with the scents, so I get that too. Yeah, menthol may not work in here, never know unless I try, but I don't want to add menthol and ruin that beautiful splash, so I'm just gonna be happy with what I got. But yeah, that is the shave. Thank you guys. Just a quick recap, went with the TDR handle with the Elite Razor, white Manchurian or Fanchurian knot. This is a 26 millimeter. Like I said, just one of the best out there. I put it on par with, like, not exactly, you know, on par with my B5, but quality wise, it's definitely up there with your top tier stuff, and for the price, I think you're getting a great value. Oh, my dad is talking on camera. That's weird. Blue Paua scaled, Max Sprecher 8/8 quarter hollow barber's notch. Signature soap from the club with the matching splash. So that is it for me. I hope you guys have a great day. Check out Ariana and Evans if you have not. If you're interested in a club membership, like I said, definitely recommend it. But aside from that, hope you guys are having a great week. Friday tomorrow, so yeah, be safe this weekend. Have a great day, and see ya.